First, let us know what is pronoun. Okay, pronoun is a word that can be used instead of a noun. Suppose we have a noun and I want again and again, instead of using the same name, I want something else to be done. I will not say Rohan, write it, Rohan, bring your copy, or like that. I will not use the word again and again, the proper noun. Okay, yeah, or any other nouns. So in order to replace it, what we use here, we use pronoun. Like we will read an example. Jack saw Jill. Jack waved at Jill. I hope it is visible to you now. So here, can you see my Jack and Jill again and again I'm repeating. So what's the use of that? So what we'll do here, instead of repeating the same words again and again, what I'm going to do, I'll use my pronoun. So Jack saw Jill, he waved at her. Is it clear? For Jack I'm using he, for Jill I'm using her. Okay, so this was all about the example. Now let's have a look on the example given on your book. In the book it is given, Veena arrived late, Veena had a headache. So instead of Veena, what we are using? She. I have used she here. I hope I am clear. Now we'll go to types of pronoun. Types of pronoun, how many types are available for us? What we are going to read in this whole chapter. So these are the types. So let's see what are those types. The first is personal, interrogative, possessive, emphatic, relative, reflexive, demonstrative and indefinite. So these all pronouns, okay, in this video I'll cover all these types of pronoun, so that you will get to know what each one means and what are their assumptions or what all things we need to remember. Okay, so we'll go one by one. So the first one is personal pronoun. Okay, personal. Like if you are talking about a person or a thing, if I am using a pronoun instead of person or thing, okay, person or thing, then it is said to be as my personal pronoun. Let's have a look at the example. Like my uncle lives in USA. So instead of my uncle, I am going to use he. Yes, as I told you, for a person, I'll be using a personal pronoun, that is he. Okay, there are many other example. If it is a non-living thing, I'll be using it. If there is more than one person, I'll be using they, like more than so many people, they. Okay, I hope I'm clear to each one of you. Okay, this is very important. Like, let me tell you this point. This point is very important. You need to remember that the personal pronouns are, what are the personal pronouns? I, we, you, he, she, it, they, me, him, her, them and us. So these are my personal pronouns and we need to learn it. It is very important. Okay, in the whole life, whenever any person asks you what is a personal pronoun, you should be able to answer, yes, these are the words which are considered to be the personal pronoun. So let me distinguish those personal pronoun. Okay, first let us read about the gender kind of thing. If my personal pronoun should agree with the noun for which they stand, like in gender, number of person. Like if my noun is a male, I'll be using he. If it is a female, I'll be using she. If it is one, I'll be using accordingly. If it is more than one in plural form, again I'll be using accordingly. Am I clear? You can open your book and have a look on page 37. In the topmost part, you can find this lines which is visible to you in the screen right now. So as I told you, these are my personal pronoun. Let us read about first person, second person, third person. Okay. Suppose right now I am speaking to you all. I am the first person. Right now I am the speaker, isn't it? So I am the speaker, so that is why I am the first person. So in the first person, what all words can be used, what all personal pronouns can be used? Like right now I am speaking, so I'll be using I. If more than one persons are speaking at a time, we'll be using we. Okay, after that, I can use me also as a personal pronoun, or us also as a personal pronoun for the first person. Now we'll go to the second person. What do you mean by second person? Second person are the person spoken to. Right now you are hearing my voice. I am speaking to you. You should do this thing. Children, you have to complete the work given by you in the given by me to you in the class. You. Isn't it? I'm using the word you whenever I'm trying to address you. So you are my second person. I'm speaking to you right now. So my second person, always my personal pronoun is you in the second person. Yes, let's go to third person. What does third person means? Okay, right now we both are talking to each other. I'm the first person, you are the second person, you are listening to me. And what is the topic right now I'm talking about? I'm talking about pronouns. We are reading language right now. Yes, so the third person are considered to be the person, place or thing that that is spoken about. Okay, like here for personal pronoun I can say third persons are he. Like if I say that, if I want to tell you that another class this boy was very good, that girl is very good, so I'll be using he. Yes or no? In my personal pronoun, he or she, I'll be using there. That's for sure. If I want to talk about some animal or some non-living, I'll be using it. If I want to talk about more than one fellow, then I'll be using they. Okay, same as that, them also will can use here. As you can see all the example, you can read the examples. All the examples are very well given so that you can be cleared of all the thing. Like for the first person they have given I went to Gangtok. Here my personal pronoun is I. Second person, I already told you, only one word is there, you. That you need to remember. If it comes he, they and other than that, they are considered to be as my third person. Okay, so here we have finished up with this. Now we'll jump to the next personal pronoun, that is it. Usually children get confused, okay, when they are using it, where to use it. Okay, they are literally confused. I find many of you. So here there are three places. Okay, let's read all the three places where it can be used. Okay, for the first place, if a thing is without life, like non-living thing, or if it is an animal, or if it is a baby. For the first point, we can say if it is a non-living thing, or it is it is an animal or baby, then I'll be using it there. Like, let's have a look at the example. I had a blue cap, I lost it. So I'm referring to the blue cap. Blue cap is non-living thing, so my personal pronoun would be it here. Yes, the second example shows the cat jumped down. It landed on a dustbin. Is it not an animal? Yes, it is an animal. And if it is an animal, we are told that we have to use the pronoun it. The next come for babies. Again, there also will be using it. Let's take one more example. I had chocolate. I gave it to my brother. Yes, so I am referring the chocolate as it here because it is a non-living thing. Now we'll go to the second point. Second point, it shows as an empty subject. If I don't have any subjects, okay, like we often use it. These are usually used in the places when we are referring to time, temperature, distance, weather. So these basically do not carry any real information. The subject do not carry any real information. Then it is said to be as my empty subject. So there we'll be using it. Let's have a look at the example. It is 10 o'clock. Yes or no? We are referring to the time, so that is why we are using the personal pronoun it here. In the same way, other examples are also given. Let's just jump to the third point. To refer to something that cannot be identified. Suppose if I don't know what that thing is kept in front of me, or whatever it is, out of what it is made of, if I'm unknown to the fact, then what I'll be using? I'll be using it. Let's have a look at the example. I think it is made out of rubber. I don't know what it is, but then I can just think, yes, that it can be that. Okay, so there, when the thing is not identified, when something is not identified by me or not known to me, I'll be using it there. Let's go to the next pronoun. What is my next pronoun? My next pronoun is possessive pronoun. What it is? Possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun shows possession. We use them to show relationship between people and object. Okay, see children, like you all right now are holding a phone in your hand. So it is your phone, na? Yes, it is your phone. So it is your possession. You are the owner. And the words which are used to show ownership or possession is said to be my possessive pronoun. Yes, and it also tells who or what something belongs to. Yes, what is the relationship between that people and the object. Right now, the mobile which you are holding is the object, and you are the person to whom I am referring. This is Ronak's phone. Yes, this is Ronak phone. So instead of Ronak, I'll be using a possessive pronoun. This is yours phone. Okay, so then it is said to be my possessive pronoun. Let's have a look at the examples. Is this pen yours? This is Catherine's. She is a cousin of mine. Here there is a relationship between me as well as that fellow. This is the cousin of mine. Okay, and Catherine. When I want to show relationship between people, or people and object, or object and object, then we use possessive pronoun. Whose jacket is this? This is his. So now we can compare that jacket is of whose? It is of his. So this is my possessive pronoun. Okay. Next, this is my table which is given in your page number 38. Okay, at the topmost part you can find this. It is on page number 38. This table is very important and it should be learnt by you. You need to learn it. It is very important. You should know that how the personal pronouns are changed to possessive pronoun in a sentence. If you learn this one, you will find no problem. Okay, for like I, personal pronoun, I'll be using possessive pronoun as mine. Okay, so that's all this all deal with. Only one exception is there, that it is having no possessive pronoun. That we need to keep in mind. Other than that, you just have to learn this fact. Okay, now we'll go to the next pronoun. What is it? It is my reflexive pronoun. Okay, this usually ends in self, or the ending is selves. Okay, and it is used as an object of verb when the action of the verb affect the subject. The subject and the object refers to the same person. Okay, when we read this line, nothing goes inside our head. But then first we need to read it once again in a proper manner. Then only you will understand what it is trying to explain us. Okay, so let's find it out what it is trying to explain us. Okay, so here we can see there is a verb. Yes, and the verb is affecting my subject. Okay, when my verb is affecting my subject, then we can say that my subject and the object is referred to the same person or thing. Then it is said to be as reflexive pronoun. Okay, the next one is he blamed himself. Okay, when I tell you he blamed himself, whom is he blaming? Okay, the action is on the subject. Okay, then it is affecting the subject. So here my object and subject are referred to the same person. Okay, one more thing that we need to remember here is it is always placed at the end of the sentence. Okay, the next topic we will read emphatic. There you will find that, ma'am, you to told that self, it is ending with self and selves. What is the difference between reflexive and emphatic? The only difference, children, is that in reflexive these pronouns are placed at the end, whereas in emphatic that we will read next, that is usually placed after the subject. First you need to remember, keep it in your mind, reflexive end of the sentence. Okay, okay, one more example I should give it. It would be good for you to understand. Like, I looked at myself. So here my verb is looked, it is affecting whom? I. So this is my reflexive pronoun. So my subject and my object are referred to me only. So that is why this is my reflexive pronoun. Let's go to emphatic pronoun. Okay, here again let me tell you, this also end with self and selves. Okay, so you need not worry about it, that how we will get to know the difference. You will get to know the difference, children. See, these are used to emphasize the subject of the sentence. Now you may ask me, what is emphasize? Emphasize means giving some special importance. Okay, when I talk to the subject, and emphatic pronoun basically gives importance to the subject. Here can you see the example, I myself did it, Tia herself made it, and it is used immediately after the subject. Emphatic pronoun is used immediately after the subject, as you can see in the sentences as well. This is my subject, and after that I find emphatic pronoun. Yes, and it is giving importance to the subject, isn't it? I myself, so I'm giving more and more importance to me. Okay, so there we use emphatic pronoun. One more thing, that it usually precedes the noun it refers to. Precedes, it always follows the noun. Okay, it is always after the noun. As I said, the same thing placed immediately after the subject, it is just the same thing. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Let's have a look what it is. The next one is demonstrative. Okay, when I use the word demonstrative, what does this mean? I want to point to something. Yes, if I want to point to a noun, then I use demonstrative. Okay, only there are 4 demonstratives, like this, that, these, those. Okay, this and that is singular, these and those are, this and that is singular, these and those are plural. Okay, now one more thing that I can say, these and these are used when single things are there. Like if I talk about a singular thing, then I use this and these. No, wait a minute, let me rub the thing once again. Let me do this part again. Once again, this and that. Okay, these two are singular, these and those when the things are my plural. Okay, then these and those are used. Some things are referred to, like if it is singular and it is very near to me or close to me. Right now you are holding a phone, so this is your phone. So here this is very close to me, so that is why I am using this. Or these are your books, which is very close to you. Okay, when the things are very far away from you, then I use that and those. When the things are far away from me, then I use that and those. Okay, this thing you need to remember. Okay, so let's have a look to the next. We'll have a look on the example. This is my book, that is yours. Things which are closer to me, considered to be this. Things that are far away from me, considered to be that. Those and this, again, when it is depending upon the quantity. Like here, cars, I'm referring to cars, more than one, no? Yes, it is my plural, so then we use those and these. Yes, now we'll have a look on watch out. It is in the right hand side, lower corner, bottom right hand corner. So here what I want to say is, what is the difference between demonstrative adjective and demonstrative pronoun? Okay, demonstrative, first you need to remember this, that, those, these. Okay, clear this much. When I talk about pronoun means something that takes the place of a noun. That is demonstrative pronoun. When I talk about adjective, you will see they are always followed by a noun. Okay, whenever I talk about adjective, they are usually followed by a noun. Let's have a look at this example which is given in your book. This house is the oldest in the lane. I hope you can see house here after this. So this is my noun here. So if my noun is following this demonstrative, then it is said to be demonstrative adjective. Yes, nothing to get confused of. Very easy, very simple. You simply have to keep in mind pronoun. My teacher told me it is used in place of a noun, but when there is a noun following this, that, those, these, then it is said to be as demonstrative adjective. Yes, so here we have finished up with this demonstrative pronoun. Let's jump to next one. Interrogative. Okay, interrogative, the word itself means asking question. If I want to ask you question, then it is said to be interrogative. Okay, like there are many examples given to you: who, what, which, whose, whom. These all are the words of interrogative, and it is used in place of a noun, so that is why it is said to be as interrogative pronoun. But now comes the twist. Interrogative pronoun, interrogative adjective. What's the difference? The same way as I told you in adjective. The same way. Pronoun when it is used in place of a noun. Adjective when, which, whose, what, whom, who. If these all interrogative asking question parts are followed by a noun. Okay, if it is followed by a noun, then it is said to be my interrogative adjective. As you can see here, this is my noun and it is following which, so it is said to be my interrogative adjective. Again, if I find a noun following it, then adjective. Again, a noun following it, adjective. But then if there is no noun, if it is used in place of a noun, then it is pronoun. Used in place of a noun, pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. Okay. Next we have relative pronoun. Yes, relative pronoun. What is the function of relative pronoun? Relative pronoun are also like interrogative, who, which, like questions kind of thing. Okay, but difference. What is the difference between interrogative and relative? Now here, when we talk about relative, the noun will be mentioned before. What I said, once again I am repeating, my noun would be mentioned before the relative pronoun. Let's have a look at the example book. Basically I can say, no, these are used to join two sentences. That you need to remember. These are used to join two sentences. So let's have a look on this. This is, as I told you, who, what, which, whose, whom. The same words, but then the twist is my noun would be in front of it. My noun is in front of it. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so this is what is relative pronoun all about. So you will be having now questions like, ma'am, how will I find the difference between interrogative pronoun, interrogative adjective and relative pronoun? Very easy. If it is used in the front, okay, and it is asking me question and used in place of a noun, three condition, if it is fulfilling, then it is my interrogative pronoun. If it is used in the first only, okay, but then I found after that a noun is following it. Okay, a noun is present after the word. Okay, after my words, which, what, whose, who, whom, then it is said to be my interrogative adjective. But if my, who, what, and whatever it is, if my noun is in front of it, what I said, if it is in front of it, okay, then it is said to be as relative pronoun, as I said you in this sentence. Okay, let's go to the next one. We'll read about indefinite. Okay, indefinite is very easy when we don't know the identity. If I don't know what it is, to whom I am referring to, I am just not clear about the fact, then I use indefinite pronoun. Like example is, somebody rescued him, nobody helped him. So easily I can see that here, somebody, nobody, everybody, anything, someone, these all are words which I can say is my indefinite pronoun. Now grammar bite. This is very important. Children usually make mistakes when they try to do this. Okay, when there are several personal pronoun, when there is he, she, they, I, us, we, whatever it is, personal pronoun, more than one or one. So children, what they do, they put I in the front. No, whenever you are speaking, I word I pronoun would be coming at the end of all the personal pronouns which you have mentioned. As you can see in the example, I, he, she are friends. So this statement is totally wrong. We are never going to use I at the first. We'll be using I at the end of all the other pronouns. So now we have finished up with the explanation part. I hope you liked it. If you are unable to understand any of the point, please rewind the video, or you just again and again just review the video. You will definitely understand it, and it's a very interesting chapter which you should know. While you are speaking, you should be knowing all the pronouns, okay, and it will continue in your life. If you know this fact, it's very good for you. So we'll begin with the exercise part. As you can see on the screen, the questions are given. So one by one, we'll discuss the answer. Let's have a look. Barsa dash is very friendly, lives next door. Barsa, who is very friendly. Okay, here I am using who. Tanya herself baked the cake. Herself. Okay, herself. So this is my emphatic pronoun here. The man dash was staying at Taj Hotel met my uncle. The man who was staying at the Taj Hotel. Dash gets excited very easily. So here personal pronoun we can use. What personal pronoun? He gets excited. Okay, he or she gets excited very easily. So it's up to you. You can use either he or she. Let's have a look on the next question. Dash is an old house. Dash was built in British period. So I'm referring, no, I'm pointing to the old house. So that is why I've used this here. Demonstrative pronoun I have used here. Which was built in British period. Okay. So this is my relative. Which I have used here is my relative, as my noun is mentioned before the question asked. Isn't it? Yes. So next, let's have a look. Ratan is one of my closest friend. Dash I have known for a long time. Whom I have known for a long time. The new auditorium will be inaugurated next month by the Chief Minister himself. Okay. Mumbai, which is the largest city in India, is where my brother lives. Dash was waiting for you at the bus stop. I'm asking question, isn't it? So who was waiting for you at the bus stop? Dash is really cold today. So here what I can use, cold temperature. Okay, so it, as we read, no, in personal pronoun where to use it. Yes, so here we have cleared up the first one. If you haven't written it, you can pause the video and write the answers. So let's jump to question number B. What it is, let's have a look. What's question number B? Fill in the blanks using the given pronoun. As you have been given the pronouns in your boxes, let's have a look. As you can see the question on the screen. Dash of these boys is the champion swimmer. Which of these boys? Okay, I'm comparing, no? Dash blazer has Amita borrowed. Whose blazer? Dash games does Vivek play? What games? Dash was complaining about the meal. Who was complaining about the meal? Dash did you meet just now? Whom did you meet just now? Now we'll go to question number C. Here some corrections are to be made in each sentences. Okay, we have to correct the errors. Let's have a look. Who made this basket? Myself made it. No, we will not use myself at first. So what would be my correct answer? Who made this basket? I made it. Okay, simply I'll use I here. Question number 2, Raman got an award. They were the best performance. No, we are referring to Raman only. No, so according to his gender, I'll be using the personal pronoun. So here it will be he was the best performer. One of our teachers has gone home. They will return next week. Okay, so here children, what happens? You may think teachers is used, so we will use they. No, it is not correct way. If you have to read the sentence again, we are referring only to the one of the teachers. We are not referring to the whole staff. Okay, we are referring to only one teacher. So there I'll be using singular. Okay, one person. It can be he or it can be she. One of our teacher teachers has gone home. He or she will return next week. Okay, I and she are classmates. This one I know you should know it, as I taught you a very like it was the easiest thing I taught you, and you need to remember this. Never ever use I at the first. Okay, whenever other personal pronouns are mentioned in the sentence, I should be used at last. Yes, as I made it clear in one of that grammar bite, she and I are classmates. Next, let's go to question 5. Do the work himself. Nah, we will not use himself here because we haven't mentioned, no, the gender part is not mentioned here. So what we'll use here? Do the work yourself. Okay, you can pause the video if you haven't completed it. Do the correction in the book, write the answers in the copy. With the questions, you need to write the answers in the copy. Next, we'll go to question number 6. Some of my friends has decided to go on a holiday. Some of my friends. So we are using has here. We cannot use has, no. Plural is used here. So some of my friends have decided. This book is mine. No. This book is mine. I want to show possession of that book. Okay, so I'll be using mine here. He is stronger than I. No, I'll be not using I here. I'll be using he is stronger than me. He himself hurt. No, my action is affecting the subject, isn't it? Then I told you that my pronoun, what pronoun? My reflexive pronoun would be used at the end. So yes, as I taught you in the similar way, the answer goes like this: he hurt himself. The students are getting restless. She is hungry. The student are. So we are not referring to many students. So why are we using are here? We are referring to only one student. So I'll be using is. The student is getting restless. Let's go to bit D. Circle the correct answer. Question 1. She doesn't like looking at her or herself in the mirror. She doesn't like looking at herself in the mirror. Question 2. I'm teaching myself or me to play the drums. I'm teaching myself. Okay. Did you cut your hair? Himself. Yourself. Did you cut your hair? So yourself. I prefer our house to theirs or mine's. So already I have referred to, I'm preferring my house only, no? So I'm comparing to theirs, no? So I'll be using theirs. That's not my pencil box. This is mine. Possession. Please keep that wet umbrella of yours outside. Okay, in some of the book I found this question, or I have found this the second one, like would you like to wash your or yours hand? Would you like to wash your hand? So if it is the first question, mark the answer and then write the second question in your book. If it is the second question in your book, then you can write the first one, put a slash and write it in your book. Those keys are hers. Meeta lost her keys. Number 8, whose is this bat? Question 7 also I found in 2 books I read. In both the books different questions were this, so I mentioned both the question. If any one of it is there in your book, the other one please copy it in your book. Now we'll go to let us write part. Okay, in the box 1, complete the sentences with suitable pronouns. We know a lot of people who live in Assam. The woman herself was badly hurt. What was the name of the boy whose bicycle you borrowed? He is the child who lives next door. I don't know the name of the woman to whom I spoke on the phone. I was looking for the book which had a red cover. Where were you last night? What did you do when the lights went out? What was the name of the girl who won the prize? Which way did they go? See children, whatever chapter I'll teach you, I request you after the completion of the chapter, like in the online classes we have already completed the chapter. You yourself need to keep in your mind that I need to solve the answer by myself, and then accordingly whatever answer I'm giving it, you just recheck it and find how much progress you have done, what you have learned in the class, okay, and whether the thing is clear to you or not, and whatever mistakes you have made, learn from them. Okay, so here we have finished with this. Take out page number 36. You will find, let's get started one. Okay, that passage is given. Okay, here again and again the pronouns as the nouns are used, so here we will use the pronoun. Okay, you may find the things are written, but still. Last month Krishna asked his mother if his mother could buy him a dog. He has always wanted a dog named Johnny. His mother told him that if he took care of his brother Balwant the whole summer, then he would get him a pet dog. Every day after that, he woke up early in the morning and looked after him until his mother came home from the work in the evening. His mother was very happy and bought him a dog. You can pause the video. If I went very fast, you can pause the video and just correct the answers if you have made any mistake. So here we have finished up the video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you are safe in this period and you have a happy and healthy life. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video.